Happy full moon, our last moon of 2020, and I wanted to offer just a short little practice for anybody who is looking to do a little moon ceremony. And the things you might want to gather before we actually begin the practice is a notebook or paper, something to write on and something to write with. And if you have any items that are sacred to you that you'd like to bring into a little sacred space, if you have anything that you like to clear the area with, if you burn anything, or if you have any other device that you use to help clear the space to step into your practice, then you can pause the video here and you can go and get those items and then bring them back. We aren't going to be doing too much physical activity, just a little bit. Having something comfortable to sit on. You can be seated on the floor, or you can be seated on a chair, whatever feels right for you. So I'll give you a moment just to gather your things, and then when you're back, you can resume the video and we'll begin our practice. So I have with me something cool that I actually got as a gift for the holidays. It's a protection mist with ethically wildcrafted Palo Santo. And so I'm going to use this just to clear my space here. And I invite you to have whatever item you might use. And if you don't have an item that you use, that's perfectly fine. You can just do it with an intention. And so we'll begin by just connecting to our seat and feeling ourselves grounded and connected, whether you're sitting on the ground or you're sitting on a chair. Just beginning to notice, you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, and beginning to notice how you are connected to the earth through whatever surface it is that you're resting upon, and just becoming aware of your breath as you anchor into that foundation. You can even anchor into a little gratitude as you feel the support of the earth beneath you. And just pausing here with some nice smooth breaths, just to begin to shift our energy from whatever it was we were doing into our moon practice today. And then as you feel ready, you can begin to visualize the space around you being filled up with a beautiful white light. You can see and feel that light, maybe even coming from your exhale and encircling you and encircling the space that surrounds you, filling up the space that you are within right now. And if you have any items that you use to clear the space, you can begin to do that now as you continue to stay connected to your breath, staying connected to this visualization of a clearing space. We just do this as a way of ritual to give ourselves an opportunity to be really fully present in our practice. Today's practice will involve connecting with our emotions. And so it's nice to have a sacred space around you so that you can feel safe in your space, so that you can open up and connect to emotions which can sometimes feel unstable, they can feel scary. Depends on the emotions that you're connecting to, and so then when you are ready, when you feel space has been cleared, I invite you to just come into an awareness again of your seat, connecting to that grounded feeling, connecting to the earth beneath you. We do our moon practice as a way of connecting with our natural environment. And so the earth being part of that environment, It's a beautiful way to begin the practice just by anchoring into the earth's vibration. And then if you would like to join me in an opening chant to awaken the energy within you, I invite you to bring your hands into prayer pose at your heart center. I like to chant the mantra Om Soham. It helps us to align to our divine selves, which is always present. Sometimes we just lose that connection. It aligns us with our divine selves and it expands us into our infinite selves. A little reminder about how we are connected to all things. So we'll chant 3 times together. Deep inhale. Om Soham. Om Soham. Om Soham. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, releasing through the mouth. Relaxing your hands down. We're going to begin with just a little alternate nostril breathing today to start to move some of the energy, cycling the energy in and out of the body however it would like to be moved. And so you can use your right hand, the thumb, and either your forefinger, or you can use the ring finger and the pinky finger. And you're going to begin by blocking off the right nostril, inhaling through the left nostril, holding the breath in, blocking off the left nostril with your other fingers, and exhaling through the right nostril. And then inhaling through the right, holding the breath, blocking off the right nostril, and exhaling through the left. And repeating that cycle. As you're doing this, I'd like you to think about the ratio 1-4-3. So the inhale is going to be shorter. It's going to be about 1 count. You're going to hold the breath for about 4, and then you're going to exhale through the opposite nostril for about 3. Inhaling for 1, holding for 4, exhaling for 3. And if it's not perfect, that's fine. We just want to give a little bit more time to the holding of the breath and to the exhale. And if you feel like you've got that down pat, you can add a short visualization to the breath, where the inhale, you're visualizing the breath coming in through that nostril, traveling down that side of your spine. As you hold the breath, you're holding it at the base of your spine. And then as you exhale, it's traveling up the opposite side of the spine and out through that opposite nostril. Just 1 more minute here. Whenever you complete your next exhale, you can relax your hand down and just breathe naturally. We want to try to relax ourselves so that the energy can flow and so that we can become in tune with what is happening inside of our body. Focusing on our emotions today, it requires a little stillness and a little attention, which may be something that we don't always give to ourselves, but it's good to practice it, even if it doesn't come natural or if it feels challenging. It's all about practicing it. And so we're going to work a little bit on our second chakra. It's our water center of our body. I mean, our whole body is made up of a water, but energetically, the second chakra is water, which is where we hold our emotions. And so we're just going to very gently begin to come into contact with that. The practice today is dedicated to our emotions, which may be heightened during a full moon. And during this full moon in general, there may be a bit more awareness. They might be more present in our lives. And so the idea here is to honor them, to not try to quiet them, suppress them, push them away. It's to honor our emotions and the wisdom that they bring to us. What are the messages that our emotions are trying to help us realize? And so we begin just with some gentle circling of our torso around our hips, very gently, just stirring up the energy in our pelvic bowl. You can keep your eyes opened or closed and continue to do your nice, deep, smooth breathing. And just noticing whatever is going on for you. If there's something about the body that is causing you to bring your attention to it, you can do that. If there's something happening in the mind, you can allow your attention to flow there, or you can bring your attention to your breath and back into your body. And then we'll change directions. Just a very gentle physical practice. If at any point your body is saying it wants to move in some other way than I am encouraging you to do, then you can just change and listen to what your body wants to do. Good. Coming back into our center. Nice, tall, straight spine, deep inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Some nice, gentle spinal flexes. Inhaling the chest forward, exhaling the spine backwards. Just opening up again the body. Creating clear pathways so that the energy can move. Sometimes when energy moves, it can awaken memories, it can awaken emotions, sensations, and the idea is to try to be present with them, to not ignore them, to try to be present with whatever it is that is becoming alive within ourselves. Sometimes we don't notice things. Sometimes it actually moves and we don't know that it's moved, and that's fine too. It's all fine. Everything is just as it should be. Nice straight spine, deep inhale. And exhale. All right, this one might be a little bit more challenging. If you're seated on the ground, what you're going to do is you're going to unravel the legs. And basically you're creating 90-degree angles with your knees, with your thigh and your calf. So the knee will make a 90-degree angle, both legs. And the leg that's in front, you're just going to face that leg and you're going to begin to fold into it. Going as far as you can, taking your time with it, and breathing, slow, long, deep breathing into that space. So finding wherever it feels comfortable to you. May feel a little uncomfortable. It's your decision whether you fold into that. What we're thinking about here is opening up the hips. Now, if you're seated on a chair, you're going to bring one leg on top of the other so that the ankle is crossed over the knee. And then you're going to lean into that leg. Again, you may feel this in your hips. That's the idea here. The hips are one of our access points to our second chakra. And so it might feel a little tender. If it feels okay, just breathe through it. I'm not going to be here too long. Taking some nice deep breaths as you're folding into that stretch. You can even imagine your breath traveling into the hip. Maybe it's smoothing things out, moving things in the hip. Or if you're feeling it somewhere else in your body, you can send the breath to that part of yourself as well. One last deep inhale and exhale. And slowly lifting yourself up, and then we'll change legs. So again, forming your 90-degree angles with your knees, with your legs, or crossing the knee over, the ankle over your knee if you're seated. And then again, the leg that's in front, you're just folding into it as far as you can. You may not go very far, and that's perfect for your body. Nice deep breaths. Just a few more breaths here. Noticing whatever is happening inside of your body or your mind, and just being a witness to it. We're not trying to change anything. We're actually trying to tune into the wisdom that is hidden within ourselves at times. Sometimes it's on the surface and sometimes it's deep within. We're trying to give it permission to come to the surface so that we can align with it. We can see it and align with it. Last deep inhale and exhale, and slowly coming back up. Again, finding a comfortable seat. We're just going to take some inhales, lifting the shoulders up and rolling them around. Good. Inhaling the arms all the way up. Stretch, 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 stretch. And exhale, sweep the arms down. I'm just breathing here through the magic of time and space. I have traveled to a new location, not to be alarmed. And just some gentle neck rolls. Being mindful of when the head goes back towards the spine. And changing directions when you feel ready. And then bringing the head back to the center. One last nice deep inhale. Exhaling through the mouth. And now if you feel like you need to move your body in any other way or stretch or do anything at all, please feel free to do that. We're going to take a few moments here for some meditation, a very simple meditation to connect to both our heart and our emotions. And so when you are feeling ready, you can come back into your seat, reconnecting to that strength and stability of the earth beneath you. We'll bring our spines into a straight position, imagining the crown of the head is reaching up into the sky, into the infinite. Again, sitting on the floor, sitting on a chair. And the left hand we'll place on our heart center, wherever that feels like your heart for you. And the right hand placing it on your lower belly part, below the belly button. And just some nice, slow breaths, being gentle with your breath, elongating the breath, pausing after the inhale and after the exhale. And I invite you here to connect to whatever emotions are present for you today, or if you are connecting to emotions of the past, allow yourself to just become aware of the emotions that are a part of yourself, a part of your body, a part of your being, a part of your consciousness. Being with them through your breath. They may release naturally. This is not necessarily forcing them to release. All we are doing is being aware of the emotions, acknowledging them, witnessing them. And it may be that no emotions are surfacing for you, and that is just fine as well. Connecting to the water energy, allowing that water energy, the water emotions, the watery space within us to flow naturally, just like the breath flows. And if you do connect with emotions as you sit here with your breath, you can allow yourself a curiosity to explore them, to explore maybe the root of where this emotion is being born from. Is it coming from a place inside your body? Is it connected to a memory? Is it connected to a thought? Allow yourself to follow whatever curiosities come up for you. And these could be all range of emotions. It could be happiness, joy, could be sadness, it could be surprise, it could be concern, it could be fear. Whatever you feel as an emotion that's coming up for you, just allow yourself to explore it with some curiosity. You don't have to focus on it. Just allow yourself to see it. And if anything reveals itself as a result of witnessing that emotion, allow yourself to be there for it. Just a few more breaths. Now I invite you to take a nice deep inhale, exhaling and releasing the hands down. And now will begin an opportunity for you to write about your experience and maybe even continue the experience of your curiosity. And so I offer to you this prompt. However, you can write whatever feels like it's coming up for you. The prompt that I am offering is to write about any emotion that has come up for you today, or any emotion that seems important that's come up for you this year. And to then ask, what is the wisdom of this emotion? What is it in our lives for? What is it meant to teach us? What is it meant to show us? To really acknowledge and honor the value of your emotion and whatever it is bringing into your life. Now I invite you to pause the video here and to journal and write for as long as you'd like to. And when you're ready, you can come back to this video and we'll close the space together. And I welcome you back, exploring the emotions of this full moon energy. This is something that you can continue to do if you're feeling called to. The idea behind it is to really welcome our emotions as a part of our whole self. Even the ones that don't feel good, or the ones that society might say are not positive emotions, they are a part of us, they are a part of life. And sometimes they are there to help us see something or to teach us about something. And it's my belief that when we really honor our emotions with some dedicated time and awareness, that we can uncover whatever it is they are bringing to us. There's lots you can do to research online, and it's fine to do that. But I like to start with really tuning into our own wisdom that you have, that is held within inside the emotion and however you relate to it. And so I thank you for sharing a practice today, honoring the moon, the natural cycles of life. It's our last full moon of 2020. And we'll close the space by bringing our hands together once again in prayer pose at our heart center, and just beginning by connecting to some gratitude for yourself, to showing up for you today, and feeling that gratitude in your heart space. Allowing that gratitude to really fill your entire self up. And we'll close the space with the chant of Om Shanti, sending the blessing, the prayer for peace to ourselves, to somebody in our life, and then out to everyone. Chanting it 3 times together. Let's inhale to begin. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Peace to all, light to all, love to all. And again, I thank you for sharing your practice today. Full moons are often an opportunity for us to release. And so it is okay if you feel like releasing any emotions that have come up. You could journal a little bit about that, releasing and letting them go. It's the end of the year can often be a symbolic time for us to also think about what it is that we are calling in for ourselves in the new year. And so this is just more symbolism from the cycles of the moon, the cycles of life, the cycles of Mother Nature, to release so that we can welcome in the new. And so I honor wherever you are with your energy today and with the full moon energy. And I just thank you for listening to your own wisdom within, and for trusting yourself and giving yourself what it is that you need. So full moon blessings to each of you. Blessed new year, and I look forward to seeing you more again in 2021.